So this is going to be a contest entry for Gav's Music Trip. He is celebrating 100 subscribers, so here's his channel right here, and as you can see, he's actually gained a few since he started this contest. So congrats on Gav's Music Trip. He has a pretty cool channel. I know he's a big fan of like The Offspring, and I'll be talking about that band in a few minutes. So part of the contest is talk about when you were 23 years old, because that was one of his favorite times to be alive, and I kind of agree. I had a lot of fun back then. There were a lot of parties. I was like, finishing up college, and it was really a good time. So here's a little image of me back then. He asked us to show us a picture of us back when we were 23, and that's me. So I'm gonna talk about 5 albums that I actually used to own, but kind of like disappeared over the years. I'll throw the images up there, and then I'll show another, I think I have another 5 that I do have physical formats of. So the first one, Soundgarden, Super Unknown. Great album. This one has lots of cuts. It has a Black Hole Sun, and that's probably like one of the tracks I kind of got tired of. But I really love the song 4th of July. That's like really like super heavy. I really like that. I think that was kind of like one of the songs that has that same sound as you hear a lot of these like metalcore bands have, that like same like thick sound in the riff. So that's Super Unknown. Number 2, Green Day's Dookie. So 1994 was a big year for like punk or pop punk. That made a big comeback in 1994. Dookie was really a big album. Has lots of hits, When I Come Around, and a lot more. It's one of those albums that you put it in and you just like know all the lyrics to all the songs because you've heard them so many times. So it's such a great album. And the next one is going to be another pop punk album, Smash by The Offspring. That was another album that I really loved back then. So it has Self-Esteem. I really like that song a lot, and this is probably one of the best. I did an Offspring ranking not too long ago, and this was, I think, my number 2. After that is Hole, Live Through This. I really like this one with Courtney Love. It's kind of like her version of Nirvana. Has that style to it. Really love this album a lot. I really like the song Doll Parts. It's the kind of album that has like a lot of like soft verses and heavy choruses. It's similar to a style like Nirvana. The last one will be Stone Temple Pilots with Purple. This is their second album, really a great one. This one has Vaseline. This one has Interstate Love Song, and this is a really great album. I listened to a lot of Stone Temple Pilots back in the day. I probably need to go back and revisit this album because this was a really good one. Okay, so now I'll show you the ones that I do have on physical media, or they're all CDs basically. Pink Floyd's The Division Bell, awesome album. I really love the cover art, and actually saw them on this tour as well. Saw them in Yankee Stadium in New York. Really great show, and I really love this album. Alice Cooper's Last Temptation. This is one I picked up not too long ago. Actually didn't listen to this one back in the day, but I like this one a lot. This one probably I like it maybe a little more than Trash and Hey Stupid. This one has lots of good songs, Lost in America, and a lot more. Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. Awesome EP. You can probably call it an album because I think it's pretty much like 30 minutes long. Has some of my favorites. Nutshell, it's an awesome song, and so many other great ones. So this is a really great album. Sugarfile Under Easy Listening. This is another really good one. Bob Mould from Husker Du. He kind of created this like almost like a grunge alternative rock band, and pretty cool if you do like that indie rock. Not a bad album. And lastly, this is kind of like a wild card in my discography, but Neil Young's and Crazy Horse Sleeps with Angels, and pretty cool. It has a song Piece of Crap. That's like a funny song, but it's kind of like Neil Young, with the band, and It's even like a little grungy at times. It does have that like sound. You know, back then he was kind of playing with Pearl Jam for a few albums with like Mirror Ball. I think that was like a year before that. So that's it. I'm gonna keep this short and give Gab's Music Trip a sub if you haven't already. And that's his contest. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow.